I have vowed to do everything in my power to ensure that the York County Sheriff's Office does not lose another police officer in the line of duty. Because of that vow, I have certain expectations for the deputies that are under my command.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us here at 6. I'm Fred Shropshire.
And I'm Vanessa Rufus. So you just heard from the York County Sheriff's Office there, the sheriff himself sharing thoughts tonight after a man filed suit over his interaction with deputies and the gunfire he sustained during it. Trevor Mullinax is suing the office following the May 2021 incident. His lawyers say he was shot 9 times while having an emotional breakdown in Rock Hill. He survived. Officials later charging Mullinax with waving a gun at deputies, but he continues to deny those claims. And after an independent investigation, the deputies involved were not charged in this case.
WCNC Charlotte's Kaylin Hagwood joins us live from the York County Sheriff's Office. Kaylin, what else did the sheriff have to say today?
Well, the sheriff defended his officers' actions, saying that they were operating in self-defense whenever they fired those shots. They said that Mullinax was armed and had warrants for his arrest whenever that shooting took place. But attorneys for Mullinax say that it did not need to happen the way that it did, and enough support was not offered for their client. We're going to let you listen to some of that body camera footage, and a warning: what you're about to see is disturbing.
Let me see your hand.
The York County Sheriff's Office standing by its actions after a 2021 shooting prompted a lawsuit.
If a suspect pulls a weapon on a man or a woman wearing the badge that says the York County Sheriff's Office, that situation is not going to end well for that suspect.
Sheriff Kevin Tolson says Trevor Mullinax was armed with a gun and had warrants for his arrest when deputies arrived.
Mullinax sustained multiple gunshot wounds and was transported to the hospital, where he informed medical personnel that he wanted to shoot himself, but then decided to have the police do it, and he grabbed the gun.
Mullinax's attorneys say he was considering suicide, and his mother was standing by the car consoling him when deputies opened fire.
Never in my life have I ever imagined that I would be put in danger by someone on the law enforcement.
Almost 50 shots, including to the back of somebody's head. That person's not a threat.
Former FBI agent M. Quentin Williams says tactically they could have taken a different approach.
The best thing that they should have done would have been to give themselves distance between them and the subject with cover, so that they could talk to the subject and perhaps talk him down from what he was doing.
In a statement after the sheriff's remarks, Mullinax's attorney said, quote, "It can't possibly be the policy of the York County Sheriff's Office to aggressively pull up directly in front of an individual who's having a well-documented mental health crisis with guns drawn and make a snap decision to fire 47 shots. Where was the de-escalation?" Well, whether or not Mullinax pointed a gun at those officers will need to be determined in court. Reporting live here, Kaylin Hagwood, WCNC Charlotte.
Kaylin, thank you so much. Of course, we can't talk about this story, this topic, without mentioning the resources out there. If you know someone or you yourself are considering suicide, there is help available. One outlet is the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You can reach that by calling 988.